Good morning, students. Today topic of discussions are deterministic push-down automata and two-stage push-down automata. Okay. So what is a push-down automata? A push-down automata are non-deterministic automata with additional memory in terms of the stack. Due to this additional memory, push-down automata define a larger class of language. Okay, this larger class of language is called a context-free language. Okay, push-down automata define all regular languages and some of the non-regular languages. And this some of the non-regular languages are called a context-free language. Okay. A deterministic push-down automata define deterministic context-free language, and deterministic context-free language is a subset of a context-free language. Okay. A deterministic push-down automata is a push-down automata that has at most one move from any configuration. Okay. We can define formally with the help of again 7 tuples: Q, sigma, gamma, delta, Q0, Z0, and F. What is a Q? Q is a set of finite states. Sigma is the input alphabet. Gamma is the stack alphabet. Delta is a transition function. Q0 is the initial state. Z0 is the top of the stack symbol. And F is the set of final states. Okay. A push-down automaton is a deterministic if for every state in a set of states and for each input alphabet and for Z is an element of gamma, the transition function delta QAZ contains at most one element. In addition to this, if there is a transition delta Q epsilon Z, means if delta Q epsilon Z not is equal to F, not is equal to phi, means if there is a transition from a state Q without reading input symbol and Z is the top of stack symbol exists, then delta QAZ is phi for every A is an element of sigma. Means if there is a transition delta Q epsilon Z exists, then there is no transition for delta QAZ. Okay. So this way we can define a deterministic push-down automata with two conditions. Okay. Next, what is a deterministic context-free language? A language is called a deterministic context-free language if and only if there exists a deterministic push-down automaton such that the language defined by this machine is L, means deterministic context-free language. Next topic is the two-stage push-down automata. Means the researchers have tried to make a more powerful machine by adding stacks. Okay. Means to define a larger class of language. It is seen that instead of one stack, when we design a push down automata with a two stack, it define some of the non-context free language. Okay, means two-stage push down automata define all regular languages, all context free languages, and some of the non-context free languages, means non-context free language. Okay, so language defined by two-stage push down automata is a non-context free language. It defines all regular language, it defines all context free language, and also the non-context free language. Okay. Suppose if we design a push down automata with a 3-step, means we are going to add one more additional step. Or we can design a push down automata with 4-step, 5-step, 6-step. Can we get a more powerful machine than a 2-step push down automata? That is a question. But it is seen that 2-step push down automata in terms of power are similar to the 3-step push down automata, 4-step push down automata, or even you can say n-step push down automata in terms of the language defined by the 2-step push down automata. Okay. Once again, it defines all regular languages, all context-free languages, and also non-context free languages. Okay. Formally, we can define 2-step push down automata again with the help of the 7 tuples Q, sigma, gamma, delta, Q0, Z0, and F. Okay. What is the Q? Q is again non-empty finite set of states. That's sigma. What is the sigma? Sigma is the input alphabet. Okay. Gamma is a finite set of symbols called the stack alphabet. Here we have assumed both stack use the same alphabet. But if you want, you can take two alphabet, gamma 1 and gamma 2. Gamma 1 for the stack 1 and gamma 2 for the stack 2nd. But it is seen that taking two different stack alphabet for the stacks, we will not get anything more. Means there is no difference taking the same alphabet for the both stacks or taking the different alphabets for the both stacks. Okay. So to reduce the complexity of the machine, we take same alphabet for the both stack. Is it clear? Now next point is the delta is a transition function that maps Q cross sigma union epsilon cross gamma to finite symbol of Q cross gamma star cross gamma star. Here you can see both alphabet. We have assumed that the both stacks use the same alphabet. Okay. Next is the Q0 is a element of Q is the start state. Z0 is the start top symbol of the both stacks. F is a subset of Q with a set of final states. Okay. So this way we can define a two-state push-down automata with the help of the 7 tuples. Okay, next point. ID of the two-state push-down automata. ID means the at any instant of the time, what is the configuration of the machine? How would we define the configuration of the machine? Okay. So in the two-state push-down automata, we can define the ID with the help of the 4 tuples Q, alpha, Y1 and Y2. What is the Q? Q is the state of the push-down automata, and alpha is the portion of the input string yet to be read. Y1 is the contents of the first state and Y2 is the contents of the second state. Okay. So with the help of these 4 tuples, we can define the current configuration of the machine. Okay. Next is the, suppose the current configuration of the machine is Q, AW, XY1, XY1, YY2. Means machine in state Q, the portion of the input string yet to be read is AW, XY1 is the contents of the stack first, Y2 is the contents of the stack second. Okay. Here you can observe that X is the top of the first stack and Y is the top of the second stack. Okay. Suppose machine in this configuration and it goes from this configuration Q, AW, XY1, YY2 to PW, alpha, Y1, beta, Y2. So machine goes from this current configuration to this configuration if and only if there exists a transition function. Q means machine in its current state Q. The input symbol reads is A. Here you can say A. Top of the first stack is X. Here you can see X. And top of the second symbol is Y. If there is a transition, delta QAXY to P means the next state is P. This X is replaced by this alpha and this top of the second stack is replaced by beta. The machine goes from this configuration to this configuration if and only if there exists transition, if there exists a transition function delta QAXY to P alpha beta. Okay. Next is the computation of a two-stage push-down automata. The computation of the two-stage push-down automata is a finite sequence of configuration C0, C1 to Cn, where machine goes from Ci to Ci plus 1 for r I greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to n minus 1, where C0 is the initial start configuration and the initial or start configuration is represented with the help of the 4 tuples: state, portion of the input string yet to be read, top of the first state and top of the second state. Means Q0 is the initial state, W is the input string, Z0 is the top of the first stack symbol, and second Z0 is the top of the second stack symbol. Next is the final configuration, and Cn is the final configuration. It is represented by again a 4 tuples. P is the member of the set of states capital Q, epsilon means the input string is exhausted, becomes empty. Y1 is the contents of the first state and Y2 is the contents of the second state. Okay, and here in the final configuration, the this P is a member of the set of final states. Okay. The computation is again defined by with the help of the finite sequence of configuration C0, C1 to Cn. Next question: how will we construct a transition diagram? Okay. The construction of the transition diagram of two-stage push-down automata. Here you can see the step 1, step 2, step 3. These three steps are similar to the construction of a single stage push-down automata, or you can say simply the automata. The step 4 is different. We draw an arc from state Q to state P, means from circle Q to a circle P, labeled A, X, Y, alpha, beta. If there is a transition function delta Q A X Y equal to P alpha beta, means machine in a state Q, input reads A, top of the first state is X, top of the Y second state is Y, that we and then we draw an arc labeled A X Y alpha beta. A is the input symbol, X is the top of the first stack symbol, Y is the top of the next stack symbol, alpha is the alpha is the, you can say the input string, B is the string which is replaced by these alpha beta is replaced by the X and Y. Okay, so X and Y are replaced by this alpha and beta. Okay. The language affected by two-step push-down automata is the set of all string W such that when machine starts from the initial state Q0, W is the input string, Z0, top of the first stack symbol, next Z0, top of the next stack symbol, to P epsilon Y, Y1 and Y2. P is the member of the final states. Epsilon means input string becomes empty. Y1 is the contents of the first stack and Y2 is the contents of the second stack. Okay, the language associated by the two-stage push-down automata is the set of all strings W such that machine start from the initial state Q0, W, Z0, Z0 and goes to P epsilon Y1, Y2, where P is a member of the set of final states. Epsilon is the means the empty string becomes the input string becomes empty. Y1 is the contents of the first stack and Y2 is the contents of the next stack. Okay. Let us see how will we design two-step push-down automaton for the non-context free language L, A N, B N, C N, A power N, B power N, C power N, such that N is greater than or equal to 0. Here the language A N, B N, C N is a non-context free language. Okay. Again, think about the problems. Put yourself in the place of the machine. These are the some guidelines. You have two steps. Think to solve a problem with the help of the two step. You have got one additional step. Next is the try to find out the algorithms. Okay. What is the algorithm to solve this problem? Okay. What will we do? The first step of the algorithm is we push all is symbols of input string on the first step. we push all A's on the first step. Second, we push all B's of the input string on the second step. Next, when the input symbol C occurs, then we pops from both the stacks and continue popping from both the stacks on the subsequent input symbol C. So these are the 3 steps. We can classify the algorithms into these major 3 steps. Okay. So let us start with taking the first step. What is the first step? Okay. Next step is the step number 4. When string becomes empty, then we declare the result. Okay. So your algorithm has 4 steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. Let us take the first step. What is the first step? Here we push all elements, all input symbols of A's on the first step. Okay. The question is, how will we do? Okay. Let us see what are the different situations occurs. First is the, if input symbol is A and top of the stack symbol is, top of the first stack symbol is Z0 and top of the second stack symbol is Z0. We always know, we assume that the start state of the machine is Q0 and the initial configuration at the starting of the machine, the top of the both stacks are Z0. Okay, this is the case of the initial configuration. Okay, the initial configuration, machine is in a state Q0. Okay, and top of the both stacks are Z0. Okay, so what will be happen if input symbol is A, top of the first stack symbol is Z0 and top of the stacks next second stack symbol is Z0. Okay, what will we do? We simply push A on the first stack. Okay, so how will we implement this part of the algorithm into a 2-stack PDA moves? Okay, write a transition function. So machine in state Q0, input read is A, top of the first stack symbol is Z0 and top of the next stack symbol is Z0. What will we do? Machine remains in the same state Q0. Okay, replace the top of the first stack, that is the Z0, by a Z0 and top of the next stack symbol, that is a Z0, by a Z0. Okay. Okay. Next condition is, if input symbol is A, top of the first stack symbol is A. When you pushed one A on the stack, then the top of first stack symbol becomes A, and top of the next stack symbol is Z0. What will we do? Again, we remain in a same state Q0. Replace the top of the first stack symbol by AA, means push A again on the first stack, and we replace top of the stack second stack symbol Z0 by Z0. Okay, means we push A on the first stack and push epsilon on the second stack, means we replace Z0 by Z0. Next, if the input symbol is epsilon and top of the first stack symbol Z0 and top of the second stack symbol is Z0, what will we do in this case? Push this epsilon on the first stack, means replace the top of the Z0 by Z0, and push epsilon on the second stack means we replace the top of the second stack symbol Z0 by Z0. Okay. This is the transition function of the first statement. Means if input symbol is A, top of the first stack symbol is Z0 and top of the second stack symbol is Z0. Push A on the first stack and push epsilon on the second stack. Okay. So how will we write this? We have assumed that machine in initial state Q0. Input symbol is read is A, means input symbol is A. Top of the both stack is Z0, Z0 and Z0. Machine remain in the same state means Q0. Replace the top of the first stack symbol Z0 by a Z0 and top of the next stack symbol by Z0. Means push epsilon on the second stack and push A on the first stack. Is it clear? Next transition function means machine in state Q0, this statement. Okay. Input is A. Top of the first stack symbol is A and Z0 is top of the next stack symbol. Machine remains in the same state means Q0 state. Replace the top of the first stack A by double A, means push A on the first stack, and top of the next stack Z0 by the Z0. Okay. Third, machine in state Q0. Input is epsilon, means empty string. In that case, it may be possible. Okay. Top of the both stack is Z0, means we have input the empty string to the machine. We give the input string to the machine. What will it do? At this time, you can see machine does not remain in the same state. Here you can see machine goes to the state Q3, replace the top of the first stack by Z0 and top of the next stack by Z0. Here you can see. And here Q3 is a final state. We have a zone. Q3 is a final state. Means if the empty string is input to the machine, okay, then machine accepts it and goes to a final state. So Q3 is a final state. Is it clear? Because here we are going to design a two-step push down automata for the language AN, BN, CN, where n is greater than or equal to 0. If n is 0, means input string is empty. And this third PDA moves do this activity. Okay, is it clear? Step 2. What will we do this in this step? We are going to push all B's which are occurred after the A's of input string on the second stack. Okay, means if input symbol is B and top of the first stack symbol is A, we have already pushed all A's on the first stack, means top of the stack symbol at this time will be A. And what will be the top of the second stack? Z0. Is it clear? Okay. What we have to do? Push epsilon on the first stack, means we replace the top of the first stack, means that is A by A. Push B on the second stack, means we replace top of the stack symbol, that is Z0 by BZ0. Next case, if the input symbol is B and top of the first stack symbol always A and top of the second stack symbol at this time B, means we have already pushed one symbol on the stack. In this case, push epsilon on the first stack, push B on the second stack. Okay. Let us see how will we implement the first step. Okay, if input symbol is B and top of the first stack symbol is A and top of the second stack symbol is Z0, means here you can see the machine in state Q0, input is B, top of the first stack is A and top of the second stack is Z0. We at this time you can see we have goes to the state Q1, replace the top of the first stack by A and top of the second stack is B Z0, means we push B on the second stack. Next, machine now machine is in Q1 stack, means when you post one B on the stack, the machine goes to the state Q1, means the at this time the current configuration, current state of the machine is Q1. So machine in state Q1, input is B, top of the first stack is A and top of the second stack at this time B. What will do? Machine remain in the same state Q1, replace the top of the first stack by A and top of the second stack by B. Push B on the second stack, means replace B by double B. Okay. What will be happen if input symbol C occurs? Okay. At this time, what will we do? We pops from both stack first and stack second, and we will repeat this process for all C's, and this way we can ensure that a word contains the equal number of A's, equal number of B's, and equal number of C's. Okay, so let us see how will we implement, how will we do the step 3 of our algorithm. If input symbol is C and top of the first stack symbol is A and top of the second stack symbol is B, what will we do? We pop from first stack, we pop from the second stack. Okay, and how will we implement this statement, these statements into a PDMOS? Here you can see machine in state Q1, top of the input read is C, top of first stack is A and top of the second stack is B. Machine goes to the state Q2. Okay, and we replace this C, we replace top of the first stack A by epsilon and top of the second stack B by the epsilon. What it means? We pop A and B from both stacks. Okay. Machine in state Q2, when you read one symbol of C, okay, machine goes to the state Q2, and if the next symbol is also C, we know the top of the stack symbol is A and top of the stack symbol is B, then machine remains in the same state Q2. Replace pop from the first stack and pop from the second stack, means replace the top of the stack symbol, first stack symbol by epsilon and top of the next stack symbol by epsilon. Okay. Step 4. When input string becomes empty, what will we do at this step? We declare the result. Okay. Either the word is accepted by the two-stage push down automata or it is rejected by the machine. Let us see how we'll do it. If input symbol is epsilon, means string becomes empty, and top of the first stack symbol is Z0 and top of the second stack symbol is Z0. It happens only when the machine, yeah, you can say you, or string contains the equal number of A's, B's and C. And both A, B and C are equal numbers. Okay. Here you can see machine in state Q2, string becomes empty, top of the first stack is Z0 and top of the second stack is Z0. Okay. In this case, machine goes to state Q3, replace the top of the first stack by Z0 and top of the second stack is by Z0. Okay, where Q3 is the element of F, means it is a final state. Okay. So we have identified all the transition moves that are required to implement the desired push down automaton for the language AN, BN, CN, where n is greater than or equal to 0. But when we are going to design a PDA, we have to report all the 7 tuples. Means what are the states machine goes during the recognition of a word. Okay. In this problem, you can see machine starts from state Q0, it goes to Q1, then Q2, and finally Q3. Means PDA has 4 states: Q0, Q1, Q2, and Q3. What is your input alphabet? You simply identify the input alphabet from a given language. You can see in the language, all words consist of the A's, B's, and C. Means the input alphabet must contain A, B, C as a symbol. And what are the stack symbols? So we have pushed the A, B, C on the A, B on the stack. Okay. Z0 is top of the stack symbol. Okay. So here I have written the stack symbol are A, B, C, Z0, but there is no need. We have not used the push the C on the top of the stack symbol. So therefore, you can remove C from this stack alphabet. Only the gamma contains the stack alphabet consists of the symbol A, B, and Z0. There is no need to take the one additional symbol C. Okay, so generally we take the all input symbol as the gamma, as the stack alphabet. Okay, but here you can see there is no need, so you remove C from the gamma. Okay, we have assumed the Q0 as the initial state. Okay, and Q3 is a final states. Okay, now these are the transition functions we have identified during the design of the two-stage push-down automator. Okay, this is the reference book you already know. Any questions about designing a push-down automata or any query? Okay, you can ask.